Until next time, I'm Kristen Holt, and you've been cheating. Welcome to jolly old England. While you're here, enjoy such historic sights as the Tower of London and Buckingham Palace, as well as the quaint English countryside. Just remember they drive on the left over here, and the Chimera can fry your face off with their lightning guns. That's right, the name of the game is Resistance Fall of Man, and we'll beat it together right now on Cheat. Cheat, the video game show that laughs at the rules the way audiences don't laugh at Carlos Mencia. I'm Kristen Holt, and y'all may enjoy my mighty cheats. If you're still on the fence about buying a PS3, this episode just might make up your mind. Resistance Fall of Man is an action-packed sci-fi shooter and probably the best reason to buy the next-gen platform. But it ain't easy. Let's take a look at what we're up against. The Chimera, a brutally organized and aggressively hostile race of cybernetic organisms, have successfully conquered most of the Eurasian continent. The last of the human survivors have fortified small pockets of resistance in England in a desperate attempt to uproot the Chimeran supremacy. You are Sergeant Nathan Hale, U.S. Army Rangers, 1st Regiment. You've been sent to England to help the British shore up their last line of defense against the Chimera onslaught. Very little is known about the origins of the Chimera or what their motivations are. Some believe they're an alien race. Others believe they're the product of secret Russian biological experiments. No one knows for sure. But there is one fact that is indisputable. In order for the Chimera to reproduce, they must infect their hosts with a virus. Sergeant Nathan Hale is infected with this virus, but strangely enough, he shows a unique immunity to its effects. But who knows how long this immunity will last? It's believed that this simple fact drives Sergeant Hale on his quest for retribution and truth. Welcome to Resistance Fall of Man. Nathan Hale, huh? Good name for a hero. Lucky for you, you have more than one life to lose in this game. But all the same, stay frosty. You'll need your wits about you to infiltrate the Chimera's top secret dig site in Nottingham. This is not the Nottingham you know from Robin Hood. There is no sheriff, no Friar Tuck, and no band of thieves. In fact, the only thing left besides the dead bodies and burned out buildings are the Chimera and the secret dig site they're defending. Your mission is to smash through the Chimera defenses and get your troops to the dig site. The first order of business is to get past those nasty Chimera artillery positions. Running gung-ho into this little kill box is a sure way to buy the farm. Instead, take your time. Pick off the hybrids from a distance. Make your move when the coast is clear. Fight your way uphill to the opening trenches. The Rossmore shotgun and your grenades are the best choices for this area. Try to take out as many Chimera as you can in one attack. Take advantage of the explosive barrels of fuel as well. Igniting these at the right moment will save you a lot of ammo. Move through the trenches and take out the mortar positions. Before going upstairs, throw a few grenades. That should soften them up enough for you to take the room easily. Just when you thought you had it all figured out, you meet the Goliath. Now, just because it's big and has a really loud, scary voice doesn't mean it poses a real threat. To defeat the Goliath, concentrate your fire on his head. Maintain your distance and try to avoid that big gun of his. Plant a tag in the Goliath's forehead with your bullseye and don't stop firing. Eventually, he'll just overheat and explode. Easy, right? Now make your way to the dig site. Pick up the Far-Eye sniper rifle and neutralize as many Chimera as possible from a distance before charging in with the rest of the troops. The Far-Eye has a special ability to slow down time on a limited basis, so take advantage. The more enemies you take out, the easier it will be for your fellow troops to battle them. Fight your way through the multitude of hybrids into the warehouse. They won't be giving in very easily, so expect a fight. Remember that if you don't continue to push forward, the enemy troops will keep coming. When forcing your position, remember that the battlements are your best friends. If you want to survive, take cover. You can also use the backlash grenades if you're cool like that. Now, on to the Viper's Nest. It's here that you enter the very well-guarded Chimera dig site. Whatever it is they're trying to unearth, you can bet they'll fight hard to protect it. Take out the Goliath guarding the entrance to the site. It's easy now that you know how. Finish off the remaining Chimera on the ground before ascending to the top of the platforms. After taking the airlift to the top of the tower, snipe the enemy turret guns. Cross the pylons and drop the bridge to the last platform. Be careful! As you drop the bridge, you'll get swarmed by a handful of hybrids. Hide behind the battlements and shoot the Chimera through the walls with the auger. Now take the airlift down. At the end, you'll be confronted by the third and final Goliath in Nottingham. Just like before, plant a tracking dart in its head and show it no mercy. You'll be glad to know that your commanding officer bet odds against you. He's out 20 quid. Sucks for him.
Dang, this alternative history version of England is a rough place. I'll stick to the one we have, with cute shops on Carnaby Street and groovy Brit pop bands. Lock and load for multiplayer tips when cheat returns, but first, check out this quick cheat for dealing with the Chimeran mines.
It's always something. If it's not the bullets or the lasers or the brain-eating creatures, it's the Chimera mines that'll get you. From hedgehog mines with their exploding spike ordnance to the force field mines that seem to be everywhere you walk, the Chimeras sure know how to booby-trap a battlefield. When you see a mine, don't rush at it. They're all on timers. I know it's hard to be patient when the fate of humanity is in your hands, but try it and you'll miss all the damage. Now you can concentrate on killing the crawlers, who treat human flesh as a delicacy.
The Messengers, now on DVD.
What do you see?
A supernatural thriller that delivers the scares from the producers of The Grudge. The Messengers, now on DVD and Blu-ray.
I was working at a dead-end job. All I did was work. I was getting old at the age of 21, so I made the decision to go back to school. At ITT Tech, it was like a big family. It was refreshing. There was a lot of hands-on applications in my program. Now I work as an IT specialist for the federal government. I provide technical support for probation officers. I like teaching people. I like showing them that technology is our friend. My father is my best friend and mentor. I really went to ITT Tech because he never had the opportunity to go to school. And now he's very proud.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-372-4052 or visit us on the web. Get an education that can help you reach your goals. ITT Tech has information on financial aid for those who qualify. Call 1-800-372-4052.
People are smart. Smart enough to know that a DiTech Equity Builder loan can help them save tens of thousands of dollars in interest payments and even pay off their mortgage 7 years early. To learn more, call 1-800-DiTech-1. DiTech. People are smart.
This is the student who goes to the school that partnered with Dell, who customized a Dell Intelligent Classroom that revolutionized their learning environment, so teachers can focus on what's important to them, their students. Because Dell creates technology solutions with one goal in mind. Yours. Dell.
From the creator of Adult Swim's Minority Team.
We used to look at porn all the time. It's what best pals do together. Two dudes looking at porn, that's America.
And one of the warped minds behind Crank Yankers.
I love you, whores!
Comes an animated comedy of 8-bit proportions. Introducing Code Monkeys.
Spielberg here's got a new movie coming out called It.
Actually, it's E.T.
One meeting at a time here, son.
It's Code Monkeys. Coming this July, only on G4.
Welcome back to Cheat's in-depth look at Resistance Fall of Man for the PS3. So far, you've seen all the action from a single-player perspective. Well, saddle up, soldier, you're in multiplayer mode now.
What would a first-person shooter like Resistance be without multiplayer? I mean, it's only our reason for living, right? Absolutely. If you haven't taken on the multiplayer challenge yet, here's a peek at what you can expect. Let's take a look at Human vs. Chimera first, shall we? When engaging a team match like Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, or Conversion, you have to keep in mind that each race has its own special abilities. This makes choosing modes a tough decision. The humans have the ability to sprint by tapping L2. This can be very useful, especially in those desperate situations that call for a quick retreat. Humans also have advanced radar abilities that enable them to see each other as well as enemies, depending on game mode and nodes captured. The Chimera's special abilities include a Rage mode activated by pressing L2. When in Rage mode, hybrids move faster and can see their enemies through walls and floors. But be careful! If you're in Rage mode for too long, you'll begin to overheat and take damage. Hybrids are larger than humans, which makes them a bigger target. They also lack the ability to crouch. Resistance includes several game modes for your gaming pleasure. Meltdown mode finds two teams fighting for control of coolant nodes around the map. By taking more coolant nodes, a team can cause their opponent's reactor to overheat. Overheating causes a team's meltdown meter to drop. When it bottoms out, the reactor explodes and it's game over for you. Breach mode is similar to Meltdown, only here, you're charged with the duty of destroying your enemy's reactor outright. The reactor in this match has more rods that must be eliminated in order for a breach to take place. Capture the Flag is exactly what it sounds like. 2 bases, 2 flags. Yep, you got it. Whoever wins the most flags before the timer runs out wins. Duh! Here are some basic strategies for playing Resistance online. When playing a Human vs. Chimera game, remember that when a Chimera engages its Rage mode, it spouts flames from its back that make it a very visible target. Also, remember in Rage mode, it's easier to inflict damage. You don't always have to be cautious around the Chimera. During a Breach match, the Arc Charger and the grenades inflict the most damage on the reactor. Using these weapons will ensure a swift victory. Ribbons represent achievements during a single match. You can score ribbons for cool stuff like headshots, melee frags, fragging 3 people in a row without dying, and so on. When playing the Nottingham map, try to take dominion over the upper level of the structure. This will give you a tactical advantage over the other players on the ground for a few different reasons. First, you can see your enemies more clearly. Even when they're beneath you within the structure, chances are they'll attempt to become the king of the hill themselves by coming up the airlift, and you'll be ready. Next, it's a lot easier to take out larger numbers of opponents with grenades from above. A well-timed grenade barrage will effectively dispatch your enemies and quickly earn you a lot more points. Finally, and most importantly, you have access to the Lark, the most coveted, satisfying, and feared weapon in the Resistance universe. Try to dominate the Lark's spawn point to keep the upper hand. Now you're ready to rock and roll, so get out of here and get online!
Guess what's back? Besides sexy. The cheat sheet. Visit g4tv.com/cheat sheet for over 15,000 tips, tricks, and codes. I have a lot more to show you for Resistance Fall of Man after the break, but first, here's how to handle those pesky leapers.
In Resistance, you'll fight every kind of creature, from hybrids to titans. But you want to take extra care around those dark corner denizens known as leapers. The leapers feed off human corpses and they can never seem to get enough. They move quickly in packs, so the best way to kill them is to back up and lead them into small tunnels. There, you can take away their advantage in numbers and pick them off before they start snacking on your tasty face.
Scott saved $254 on his auto insurance when he switched from Allstate. Joseph saved $489 when he switched from State Farm. And Patricia saved well over $400 when she switched from Geico to Unitrin Direct. Switch to Unitrin Direct and you may save $300 or more. In fact, we're so confident we can save you money that if we can't quote you a lower rate than you're paying now, we'll send you $20 just for trying. At Unitrin Direct, our licensed agents will always give you our best possible rate, and you can save even more with multi-card discounts. Paying in advance can save up to 15%, and we offer low rates for good drivers. To find out how much you could save, call now. In the last year alone, thousands of drivers saved up to $300 or more by switching to Unitrin Direct. Now, isn't that worth a phone call? For the right price and the right protection, the right choice is simple. Call Unitrin Direct today. You may just save a bundle.
For your free rate quote, log on to unitrinfreequote.com or call 1-800-250-5952 now.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live. Make it a better place. Introducing the ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. With a degree in criminal justice, you can pursue various career opportunities like surveillance, casework, and security. Technology is a powerful tool, but it's the people behind it who make the difference. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-372-4052 or visit us on the web.
Are the credit card bills closing in on you?
Shouldn't this be the year you get a fresh start?
Well, now you can settle your debts with dignity and without bankruptcy.
Get the professional help of the Debt Reduction Law Center and get a fresh start.
I just sign up. They do all the real work.
The Debt Reduction Law Center uses the power of legal professionals to settle your debts.
We'll get you an affordable monthly payment.
And settle your debt so you'll have hundreds more each month.
For a free consultation, call 800-951-1732. Call now.
Before the gremlins get you, get Progressive. #1 in motorcycle insurance.
Welcome back to Cheat's attack on Resistance Fall of Man. So far, you've fought your way past peripheral Chimera defenses. Now, here's where things get extremely tricky. I've got you back. Get set to enter Bracknell.
This time, Sergeant Hale means business. He's broken away from the main detachment and decided to infiltrate a Chimera stronghold alone. Dangerous? Maybe. Totally badass? For sure. Here's your objective. Make your way through the Chimera tunnels and find your way to the stronghold's access point. Once inside, eliminate all possible enemy threats. Sounds easy. Just wait. The first order of business is to make your way through the latticework of treacherous tunnels. These passages are full of surprises, so be ready for anything. Start by taking out the menials. There are plenty of magnet bombs that'll do the work for you. A ton of them are wandering around along with those long-armed freaks, the Greyjacks. Keep your guard up. Another threat to be aware of are the leaper pods. These are gestation eggs that explode with leapers if you get too close to them. Be very careful, it's easy to be overwhelmed. The bullseye and the reapers are your best bet for these little buggers. You'll have a few encounters with the steelheads here as well. When combating them, it's best to get up close where their weapons do the least amount of damage. Take them out and head on. When you reach the round platform, get ready for a surprise. Pay attention to the multiple enemies attacking you from different sides simultaneously. What's the best way to deal with this predicament? Just keep shooting. If you're one of the cool kids with a dragon flamethrower, just burn them all. Next, use the electrical conduit pipelines to climb your way up to the base of the tower. Pay attention! This is not as easy as it seems. You'll have to take out the slip skulls. It's best to use the far eye and take them out from a distance. Make your way up the pipes. Be sure to hit the hover lifts just right because it's a long way down. When you get just below the main platform and the conduit shaft, fire your auger through the floor and detonate the multitude of magnet mines. This will take out most of the Chimera waiting for you on the platform above. Continue your ascent to the elevator. Getting past the remaining hybrids and elite hybrids shouldn't be a problem as long as you don't wimp out. You've finally made it to the entrance of the tower, named C3 by British intelligence. You find that the stronghold is a key position in the Chimera defenses. I guess it's time to change all that. The first floor of the stronghold is riddled with an army of menials. Since they're relatively slow-moving, it shouldn't be that difficult to keep your distance while you pick them off. Or not. Fire up your dragon again and have a Chimera barbecue. If they get too close, don't cry about it, just shake them off. Kill off the remaining hybrids and get to the elevator. This floor is packed with leaper pods and steelheads, so it's best to take things one step at a time. Try not to attract too many enemies at once. If you get into a situation where you're being attacked by leapers and steelheads simultaneously, then fall back. If you need to, you can always fall to the floor below. You'll take a little damage from the fall, but it's better than being turned into Swiss cheese. Keep pushing forward. The next and final floor mainly just consists of menials, hybrids, and greyjacks with a little surprise at the end. Continue around until you get to the large door. What's inside, you ask? Why, it's a stalker, of course. Immediately fall back and put some distance between you. You don't want to be impaled by its sharp feet. Instead, get out your trusty auger. Lay down a shield and shoot the stalker from the front. If it gets too close, once again, fall back. Since you're fighting it in a circle, there's always somewhere for you to run, if you need to. But don't wimp out, people. Just keep hitting it with the auger and eventually you'll have the desired effect. Great job! You've just taken out an entire Chimera stronghold.
Well, I'd say that's a job well done, but it ain't tea time yet, Buster. You still have weapons to unlock, and we'll get to that when Cheat returns right after the break. But first, here's how to give those nasty slip skulls the what for.
It's easy to kill an enemy when he's facing you, but the slip skulls fight dirty, taking pot shots and blindside attacks. They prefer to attack from afar, so you'll need your sniper scope to spot them. Pick them off from a distance before they have a chance to call for reinforcements. You're too far away for a teabagging victory dance, but hey, at least you're alive.
From the creator of Adult Swim's Minority Team,
I love you, whores!
Introducing Code Monkeys, coming this July only on G4.
Whether it's applied to a home or a career, a solid foundation is essential. As new construction in the housing sector continues, there's a need for talented, skilled professionals who can manage the construction projects. Introducing the new Construction Management Program at ITT Technical Institute School of Drafting and Design. This new program teaches skills to help students prepare to pursue a rewarding career in the construction industry. The program offers a foundation in construction management, construction techniques, and the legal issues relating to the construction management field through the study of subjects such as site construction and management, building codes, and construction documents and contracts. Working closely with contractors, engineers, and architects, construction managers monitor and coordinate various phases of the construction project. Start building your career on solid ground today. ITT Technical Institute School of Drafting and Design. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-372-4052 or visit us on the web.
Have you seen my family?
They're watching a movie with Bobby, and I'm learning sculpture.
My family loves you more.
Stop it, Joyce. It's Netflix. Just make a list of the DVDs you want to see from over 80,000 titles. Get your first movies in about one business day. Keep them as long as you want with no late fees, ever. Send one back in this prepaid envelope. Here, a romantic comedy. And this, it's you. You're a good friend.
DVDs in the mail fast and movies on your PC instantly. Netflix, 5 movies for $5.
Knowing I love you so.
Polo Black by Ralph Lauren, a fragrance for men.
So, where do you think this guy should move?
I'd say this way. And let's make sure that sound effect we used in the last level fits in here too.
This one?
Yeah.
You know, I'm so glad I got into game design. It's cool to be able to create the kind of games that we play.
I know what you mean. And the training at Collins College takes less time than most people might think.
Can you believe we get paid to do this?
For a complimentary DVD, call 888-823-0999. Operators are standing by. That's 888-823-0999. Call now.
Introducing Free Stuff, a summer special that reviews the latest gadgets, the coolest gear, and then gives it all away to viewers absolutely free.
See, it's free stuff, get it?
Free stuff! High-tech gadgets, we're giving them away!
Let's give some away, baby.
Free stuff! High-tech gadgets, they're giving them
One of the hottest smartphones on the planet.
Free stuff! Lloyd is a chip with the secret color! Free stuff! Free stuff, live, weeknights at 10, only on G4. Free stuff!
Welcome back to Cheat, where we're fighting the good fight in Resistance Fall of Man. You come to the game pretty well armed, but admit it, you've had your eye on some of that Chimera hardware, haven't you? Well, here's how to get it.
You've probably heard about some cool unlockable weapons that become accessible after conquering Resistance. Well, it's true, but there's a little more to it than that. Simply finishing the game doesn't necessarily give you immediate access to these badass new weapons of destruction. Oh no. It's just your luck that I'm here to help you sort out this absolute madness. Which weapon am I gonna show you first? Why, the Reapers, of course. The Chimeran Reaper carbines are souped-up handguns that are designed to be used together or separately. The frog-like Chimeran slipskulls use this weapon in conjunction with their independently focusing eyes to engage two enemies at once. You know what else is cool about these weapons? You can use them just like the slipskulls do. You'll find them near the beginning of York, the first mission, in the entrance to the building at the far end of the town square. R1 and L1 act as the independent triggers when combating an enemy. As you shoot, the Reapers automatically target your opponent's head, making for an effectively quick kill. If there's more than one threat present, they'll choose two targets. The Reapers are also the best choice for leapers, but beware, ammo goes quick, so try to conserve as much as possible. Next up, the Backlash Grenade. This weapon was believed to be developed by humans, but its precise origin is unknown. The grenade projects a spherical shield that damages any Chimeran creature caught within its blast radius. It can also act as a shield that reflects most Chimeran weapon fire, causing the creature to take damage from its own gun. How cool is that? It's best to conserve these grenades for the most overwhelming situations, since they're hard to come by. Use them as stepping stones when a forward advance seems otherwise impossible. You can find the Backlash grenades at the end of the Cathedral map in Manchester. After you enter the house, take a quick left to add them to your arsenal. What's next, you ask? The Arc Charger. This strange weapon really lives up to its name. The Arc Charger shoots a bolt of electricity that temporarily clings to organic tissue. After the bolt has found its target, hit R1 repeatedly to deliver multiple, more powerful blasts. Hitting the L1 button will cause the bolt to arc to other nearby enemies. The Arc Charger is best used at close range and against a multitude of enemies where it can develop maximum intensity. You can find it in the Cheshire tunnels, right outside the officers' quarters. Do you like barbecues? I know I do, and there is nothing like the smell of barbecued Chimera. The L11-2 Dragon Flamethrower is by far one of the most effective unlockable weapons. One shot from this little puppy ensures that your enemy will literally be toast. Like the Arc Charger, the Dragon is most effective in very crowded, short-range situations. Just point and spray to cover a large area. Shoot in short, controlled bursts, and the Dragon's fuel should last you a good long while. It can be found in the evacuation mission in the bunker at the end of the mined path, just outside the hangar compound. And last but certainly not least is the Splitter. This weapon is by far the most powerful of all the unlockables. It's useful in almost all situations, crowded or otherwise. Press R1 to fire a packet of high-velocity explosive rounds at your target. By pressing L1, you can split the rounds multiple times. Then simply press and hold the L1 button again. If used effectively, it's possible to take out a whole battalion of attacking enemies at once. The Splitter is also great for taking on larger threats, such as the Goliaths and Stalkers. You can find the Splitter in London on the second level of the train station near the windows. Now that you have the info, what you waiting for? The Chimeran threat is still alive and, well, it's waiting for you inside your PS3.
And that's that. If you missed any of these tricks, visit us on the web at g4tv.com/cheat. You can also write to us at cheat@g4tv.com and check out clips of this and other G4 shows at g4tv.com/podcast. Until next time, I'm Kristen Holt, and you've been cheating.
Today on X-Play, Animal Detective.